Hello and welcome to another video. My name is Boxiest, and today we're going to continue the What If series. What if events had gone differently? And in this What If, we're going to change the history of Cobra Kai. What if Shawn joined Eagle Fang during the events of Cobra Kai Part 2? If you haven't seen Part 1, I would recommend you go watch it before continuing this one. So in this timeline, Shawn would be in Eagle Fang, and Daniel and Johnny would still team up. Those events would carry on. Shawn would start to learn a combination of offense and defense, and Daniel and Johnny would continue training their students. Since Shawn wasn't in juvie, Kenny would never move schools, so Anthony wouldn't bully Kenny in this timeline. So Kenny would continue his training at Miyagi Fang, and the events of Season 4 would carry on. Chris would still get Terry Silver in this timeline. Robbie would still teach Cobra Kai the secrets of Miyagi-Do. Since Kenny didn't join Cobra Kai in this timeline, Hawk would never pick on Kenny, so Robbie would never want to get his revenge. So the Cobra Kais would never get their revenge on Hawk in this timeline. Chris and Terry would still confront Daniel and Johnny, and they would still get in Daniel's head. The season would carry on. Daniel and Johnny would still go their separate ways, and Hawk would stay in Eagle Fang in this timeline. Miguel, Hawk, and Shawn would continue their training, and Johnny would still want to get some female students, so Devin would still join in this timeline. The rivalry between Cobra Kai and Eagle Fang would continue, and Shawn still wouldn't like Robbie. Dimitri would try to convince Hawk to join Miyagi-Do, since Eagle Fang already had Miguel and Shawn, and eventually Hawk would be convinced, so Hawk would leave Eagle Fang and join Miyagi-Do. Season 4 would carry on. The night of the All Valley, the three dojos would compete, and they would start winning their matches. Robbie would face Kenny a lot sooner in this timeline, and much like in the original timeline, Robbie wouldn't hold back, and he would defeat Kenny. Shawn would see this, and he would be mad, and he would want to get his revenge on Robbie. The students would still make it to the qualifier rounds. Robbie would fight Shawn, and Shawn would try to intimidate Robbie. Robbie and Shawn would fight, and the fight would be close, but since Shawn wanted to get his revenge, he would start playing dirty, and he would injure Robbie, so Shawn would be disqualified in this timeline, and Robbie would be sent to the medical room. Johnny would be mad at Shawn for injuring Robbie, and Johnny and Danny would want to go visit Robbie in the medical room, but Robbie wouldn't want to see them. Hawk and Miguel would still fight, but Miguel would still be injured in this timeline, so Hawk would advance to the finals. Miguel and Robbie would still see each other in the medical room, and they still wouldn't like each other. But unlike Miguel, Robbie would choose to fight, so Robbie would fight Dimitri. It would be a closer match, and Dimitri would manage to land some points, but like in the original timeline, Robbie would defeat Dimitri, and he would advance to the finals. Hawk and Robbie would face each other in the finals. Hawk would use a combination of offense and defense, but since Robbie was injured, Hawk would have an easier time defeating him, so Hawk would still be the All Valley champion. Sam and Tori would still fight, but since the referee was still paid off, Tori would still defeat Sam. So Tori would defeat Sam in this timeline, and she would be the girls' All Valley champion. Cobra Kai would win overall. The season would end in a very similar way. Eagle Fang and Miyagi-Do would be forced to shut down. Robbie would decide to stay in Cobra Kai in this timeline, and Miguel would still run away. Terry would still betray Chris, and Daniel would still get chosen. And that is where I'm going to end part 2. Thank you guys for watching. What do you guys think would have happened if Shawn joined Eagle Fang? Let me know in the comments below. YouTube lets me know that the majority of you are not subscribed, so if you guys could subscribe, that would be much appreciated. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. And I'll see you guys next time.